15 minutes using these ease of use features to correct the new stream shit having instead of just having the same stream. We're gonna go ahead and be very grateful for all these ease of use features they decided to add, which instead of me just continuing the same stream where it was, I now have to go through all this bullshit, go through all this wonderfully fun, time-consuming bullshit to just pull up a new stream. That's really great. Really, really great stuff you got there, YouTube. Oh my God, ease of use for life. I love you. Ease of use. Oh, baby. So easy. See, previously what would have happened, what would have happened is, well, we wouldn't have had to make a new stream and fix all the bullshit that happening. I wouldn't have to open up a new chat here and go into the settings and change all this stuff, and it was but spend 15 minutes fixing all the shit that they decided to do. No, because ease of use. I love it. Because of ease of use, I have to do all this extra shit that I never had to do before. It's so awesome. Fuck, I love ease of use. It's so good, man. Ease of use. Ease of use. Yay! Fuck yeah, ease of use, man. Back when these ease of use features weren't there, and it was horribly convenient. Just have the stream just stay the way it was and continue this off the same thing. Gosh. Those were just horrific days back when everything was incredibly convenient compared to now. I'm so glad all these ease of use features were introduced. So amazing. All right. Well, I've got it as good as it's gonna get without having to spend another 5-10 minutes setting shit up, because after it crashes the first time, I don't go through all the bullshit I have to go through normally to make it correctly fully set up. Instead, I just half-ass set it up, which still takes a long time, mind you. It still takes a long time to half-ass set it up, but ease of use, man. Gotta respect that ease of use. It's really important to have that ease of use features that completely do the opposite of what you would think ease of use does. I'm never gonna let that shit go, by the way. Absolutely never gonna let that go. Since we didn't even get through a full hour without the stream crashing, expect the stream to crash at least 8 times today. Yay! So fun. All right, so we got this letter. I don't know where the hell it is anymore. I'd have to reload, but basically we were going through the woods, we found this body, right? And we found this body, and we also found a golden spoon. A spoon made of pure gold. The golden spoon, boys. Now, on the body with this golden spoon, we also found a note from a person named Smeagol, who is trying to go. He had this golden spoon crafted for him so that he could possibly trade it for his precious spoon, his most precious of precious spoons that he lost to somebody. And well, really just up ahead of us. This let's see how long we can go without another crash, boys. Hopefully we can at least get over an hour or two. This is one of those days. It's one of those fucking days. Like, I'm gonna have to start every stream from now on saying that the stream's gonna crash. Don't leave. It'll be back up. It's just gonna fucking crash because of ease of use features. Don't leave. Just look for the new stream that's gonna be automatically created. So fucking stupid. Like, what the hell is going on over here, though, man? Some shit's going down.
Bar guests. Never a good omen.
Nah, man. About damn time you let me do that. And fog, guys. Yeah, that's right. Piss off. What the hell was that? Spoons. Hopefully we can find Smeagol's spoon. I want to find this precious spoon, and I hope it makes us turn lets us turn invisible. Sauron be damned. I'll whoop his ass too for an invisible spoon. I mean, invisible turning spoon. I mean, a spoon that turns you invisible. Jesus Christ. I also whoop his ass for a spoon that lets me speak correctly sometimes. Look at the size of these spoons, by the way. Oh, that's a ladle. That's just straight. This is a fucking ladle. might be able to see your stream, but won't be able to chat with you guys. No problem, Daniel. I understand, man.
Damn, you're
Gotcha, bitch. You can come get some too if you want. You saw what I did to your other dudes. I'm waiting. What, do I need to go AFK or some shit?
Raven wasn't lying. All over the place.
Oh, I understand it, O King. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Not on spoon? And a golden spoon. Another golden spoon, huh? Maybe this is his precious. It could be the not on spoon that's his precious, though. I don't know. Yeah, I ain't letting this lie. Bring your ass over here. Come on. Come on. Thank you. It's about damn time. Bring your shits over here. Little shitty ass shits. I'm really scared of you. And your bullshit. Man, what the hell's all that sound? I got some. Wait. Ruins. Something estate ruins? Hey, calm down. Little asshole. Ow! What did I do? Jesus. Is there really no way to get in this one? But his precious might be in here. They getting louder and louder. I'm not even getting closer and they're getting louder. Stop it. That's not fair. Let me explode you in peace. Dark Trunks. Hey, how's it going, Dark Trunks? Bark Trunks. What the hell? This is all the dog sounds that made you say that? The hell? They all stop now? I don't hear any of them. All damn suspicious like.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Yeah, they're trying to tell you, get out! Are you stupid, Geralt? Tempered spoon. Man, how many different spoons am I gonna end up with by the end of this? You know I'm gonna loot these damn things. One of them might be the precious. Shut up! I'll leave whenever the hell I damn well please. Stupid spoons. Okay. Geralt with his damn bowl haircut.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right.
Dude, this haircut.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence.
The resale
look
spoons
around.
is piss poor. Even the golden spoons? But I got some golden spoons, man.
What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva.
Marlin, my dearest daughter, you've no idea the pain it caused a father to write these words. A father who must abandon his own child ceased to be a father, and his heart shall never know comfort. Sadly, as a result of what has happened, I know I have no other choice. We, along with the rest of the household, must abandon our estate. It is because the curse took you from us. Leave in your stead a mindless, bloodthirsty creature. Leaving in your stead a mindless, bloodthirsty creature. We shall go north to Corvair. And if you ever read this letter, which could only mean you have returned to human form, you are to look for us there. For my part, I can only promise each year I send you an envoy who will be tasked to checking in on you, seeing if you are alive, and if so, what form. Faith that you will once again be my beloved Marlene gives me the strength to live on. Perhaps the curse will not last forever. Perhaps someone will come along. You can lift this burden. Who? I think it means who. Perhaps someone can come along. You can lift this burden from you. Perhaps someone can come along. Who can lift this burden from you? Farewell, your loving father. You're not gonna comment on that, Geralt? You're not gonna comment on that. You don't think that's significant at all to mention, Geralt?
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Okay. The Precious?
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Thoroughbred.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
I think we're going to be finding lots of spoons. Maybe one that's not normal, though.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
Stained diary. Alright. Wow. Alright. Here we go. The gold spoon is 3 coins? I thought you meant all the spoons. But the gold, maybe. For a few days now, I've been having dizzy spells. I never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can stand witchcraft and sorcery, I'll have to visit the herbalist. Can't stand. The dizziness has gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong that at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist. Repulsive old crone looked at me like she had seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Like every day. I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there were no wrinkles. But I'd rather there were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. She's a werewolf? I was thinking she was a werewolf, but I guess she's a white instead. I don't know. And this just because I don't remember seeing whites having hair. This makes me think that she's a werewolf yet again, but I guess she's a white instead. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in. Yo, anger management problems, lady. Fuck. But her chambers were empty. She must have known that would happen to me, what would happen to me, and legged it. Oh my god, if I find 20,000 golden spoons, I can sell them to pay for the armor. I only gotta find 20,000 spoons. That sounds easy. Why can't I just find 20 spoons that I sell for 1,000 instead? My family started suspecting something. Although I'm cutting the hair back, it's growing back faster and faster. It sounds like that Wolf movie, Teen Wolf or whatever it was, with Michael J. Fox. My family is starting this. Yeah. I tried. Like he's gonna knock on. Your family's gonna knock on that bathroom door and open it up, and then they're gonna be werewolves too, man. I tried to put it out of my head, but I can't hold back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think of getting hard. I cannot think, and it's getting hard to write. Loneliness, no family. So the family's left at this point. Eat. I want to eat. Not a good spoon. Empty spoons. Nothing eat. It hurts. Mare. Lies. No. Ah! She wrote down ah. This is some Monty Python shit.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
Poignant. Don't you mean poignant? No.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
Poignant. I'm surprised I'm not being attacked every time I touch the spoons. Broken mirror.
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journals author maybe.
Yo, I didn't even do that on purpose. I punched at the mirror and on accident, look at Geralt's face with his damn hair. That was an accident, but that's fitting too. Alright.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon.
But where's the precious spoon? The one and only precious spoon?
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Oh, downstairs, boys.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him.
Damn.
Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Ooh, that might be the
Woman's name
spoon.
scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
How about this? Decaying letter. Dear Master Levisior, whatever the hell that is. Oh. Alright, here we go, boys. I know you track outlaws for pay. It's an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here and why you cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me as for the person with whom I meet, for I am afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope and why I have turned to you, the side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by an herbalist. Soon after I visited this herbalist, he disappeared without a trace. I have desperately wished to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then to make her provide an antidote. I am sure you have ample wealth. I will assure you I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I am afflicted by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came to the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double, sadly. All I can remember of him is that he sold mirrors. I am aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your considerable talent and wish you the best of luck. Marlene de Trastamara.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Alright. There looks to be only one place left to go, boys. Down. Wait.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Damn it. When am I gonna find the precious spoon? I want to become invisible. Looking for spoons.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Ghetto Montevideo. Golden spoon again. We got another golden spoon, boys. We got another golden spoon. Hell yeah. Ooh.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
I don't see any monster. I hear it. I've been hearing it for the whole time. I've held down the L2 button.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Like I said, I'm surprised every time I bump into these
I was
things.
looking for. White's not particularly tidy.
I'm surprised every time I bump into those things there that I'm not attacked.
Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
Green mutagen just sitting there? Alright.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Aw, hell yeah. Better give me that mutagen, baby. Wait, another spoon.
White's obsessed. A real collector.
One of these days, we're gonna find the precious spoon.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
There's inside the cupboard, dummy. I was wondering why that damn cupboard was so big and open. All right, let's save, and then like fuck off down lower and see what we find first. Because if we
pretty ordinary.
If we encounter it and have to fight it, then I'm gonna reload. Yo! That's a lot of spoons.
Another spoon.
I'm not gonna grab the journal or anything right now.
The last one.
I'm not really interested in looting stuff right now.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
I'm just trying
Thousands
to...
of them here. White's been a collector for years.
Okay, it's locked. What the hell? Sounds like it's right next to me.
Spoon.
All right.
Ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Let's go ahead and load then. We're gonna go back to the cupboard and see what happens. I was wondering why this big ass cupboard was here when I first saw it. You should be hiding in this cupboard with your damn sword drawn, bro. Gross. Ugh. Surprised she hasn't noticed I stole a whole bunch of her spoons. How you gonna draw that shit in there? How you gonna lift the curse like instantly? Oh, okay, that's just you not attacking because you're gonna try to lift the curse later on, maybe. Damn, that's some aggressive stirring. The hell?
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
She can't attack anybody with such a goofy haircut.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
He gonna eat that shit? It's like all kinds of weird. I guess he's immune to like
Just
diseases.
And now we'll tend to you.
Let's swap spoons. Let's eat using the spoons. Let's eat not using spoons. The curse's exact wording.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Alright, I guess swapping spoons.
Been searching for the right spoon for years, right? But curses can be tricky. Key to this one just might be that you can't eat with your own spoon. That's why we've swapped.
He gagged.
This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
Optional, follow the white
Damn
report.
it, didn't work. Ate that vile stuff for nothing. Got the brew for Regis at least. Can't do anything for the white though, except cut it down.
Alright. So, maybe we were supposed to check that journal. There was another journal further on. I'm for damn sure I didn't miss anything up top. I'm for damn sure I didn't miss anything up top. The only thing I didn't check was bypassing that room and messing with all the stuff down there. And there was a final journal down there. There could have been something I missed outside of the house, but for damn sure, you saw how I explored that motherfucker up top. I searched every fucking thing.
Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
It's a juxtaposition to the Lady of the Lake. One gives away a knife, the other gives away a spoon.
Another spoon. Yep. Just as normal as the last one.
I didn't even see that spoon that time. Like it didn't show up.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
The spoon swapping thing seems the most logical of the things to do.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Maybe you just eat without spoons entirely. The monstrous curses and their descriptions. Introduction. Curses that change a fellow into a monstrous creature have existed since the dawn of time. They have a variety of origins and a variety of effects. It normally happens that a mage, a sorceress, casts a curse and the spell changes the subject. It doesn't always happen straight away. Sometimes the person that has been cursed changes slowly, bit by bit. It also happens that a normal fellow can cast a curse. Someone who conscience is clear. Jesus, why can't I say conscience? Is clear and who has done good in their life. Such a person can acquire power and thus be aggrieved. And thus the aggrieved can place a curse on the evildoer. Such curses are strong and cannot be removed easily. Thus, everything by which the human suffering is atoned is long lasting and powerful. Maybe the answer is just to not use spoons entirely. He said not use spoons, like maybe use a fork or drink from the bowl or a knife or some shit. I don't know.
Last one.
Because what do they mean like not use spoons?
Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years.
So I guess the answer is like let's save because I'm about to try to blow down the door. Okay.
White's obsessed.
That's it.
Real collector.
So I guess the only
Thoroughbred.
answer is that I have to try something other than swapping spoons. Now, it did let me blow that barrel apart. I didn't think it was letting me blow the barrels apart. So the only way I could have missed anything upstairs, I feel like. Why won't it let me light that,
Spoon.
that-
Pretty ordinary.
that
Maybe
torch?
a little old.
That's so stupid. I hate when it won't let me light torches. And it like let me light it last time around, remember? It's so hard to target shit. So, the only thing I can think of is that it was hidden inside of a barrel if there's something else I'm supposed to find. Because there were a few barrels upstairs that looked like I could smash them, but I never bothered trying. Because I didn't know if that would aggro a monster or not. Look at that giant ass spoon that got moved. You saw that? There's some of these spoons are real down here. They actually have models that move. I wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah, look at them. They're moving around and stuff. The hell, dude? These spoons. That's ridiculous. I love it. So this is definitely a fighting arena because when you drop down, you have to climb out, which means you're not allowed to run away.
Another spoon.
They do that a lot
Yep,
whenever you're
just
supposed to
as
fight a
normal as the last
boss.
one.
They make it so you can't run away by requiring you to climb, and you're not able to climb out of things unless
White's obsessed. Real collector.
unless you're not
Thoroughbred.
in combat. Hey, how's it going, cleric? So I'm gonna try the same thing, but I'm gonna choose to not use a spoon.
Neat.
Let's eat using spoons. Let's eat not using spoons.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
It's going to sip it. Gross. Is it like that, I guess?
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Okay, this might have been the solution here. Because it said no spoon. I guess that means like no spoon period, not even his spoon. It ran upstairs instead of downstairs. That's a good sign. Yo, what's this? What's this? He is like half his toxic levels up, dude. Do you know how much it takes to get, like, because I have increased toxicity levels, so it takes a lot to get half his toxic level. Because, like, my toxic shit, like, what? Oh, I have reduced vitality. Yeah, it reduced my vitality by a lot, like 2,000. It didn't seem to affect anything else that I can tell. I think my sign's always been 200%. I think mostly it's just the reduced vitality. I wish there was a tab that showed you what effects that were currently on your character. That'd be really cool.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Given its stench. It looked like it ran upstairs instead of downstairs this time. Yeah. This is good. This is a good sign. So it really was just no spoons. That seems too simplistic to me. I thought the spoon swapping sound more clever, which is, even though it didn't fit the whole thing fully, but it just sounded more clever, so it felt like it was the more logical thing that developers would do, because it just, you know, it sound clever. You know, I like to think that they think themselves clever, which they are sometimes. Spoon key?
Spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
Spoon key note. This wasn't there before. You guys saw how I was exploring. This certifies the item up for auction, a unique spoon key found at the Crifta blah blah Son's workshop in 12, belonging to Smeagol's. It's Smeagol. We found Smeagol's fucking spoon finally. That couldn't have been there the whole time. Let's check this locked door down here. Where does this key go to? We found his precious, guys. I'm hype. I wanna know where this damn key goes. I'm hype about Smeagol's key. Spoon. I was thinking it was just gonna be a dumb reference that they weren't gonna actually show anything else with. But no, it keeps going, thankfully. She went outside? All those damn monsters out there? I killed most of them, luckily. Did she climb over it? Like, there's like an extra little spot down there. Maybe that means she looked into it or something. Another one of you little shits? Come on, man. Don't nobody want to fight you. that. See, I want to climb over to the other side of that thing, but I couldn't. Combat forcing me to do things I don't want to do. Damn, those doggos are losing their damn mind. Let's check this door. Could be Smeagol's house. Damn. Oh, Cleric was saying hello to chat too, not just to me. Don't worry, chat is there. We do have chat there. It's just it's not as active because we did already have a stream crash today, unfortunately. Like, we had a stream crash really early on in the stream, unfortunately. And it's been about an hour since the crash, which means it might happen again. So just a friendly reminder, anyone who is currently watching, remember, when the stream inevitably goes down because the game is because everything in my life is an asshole, that doesn't work. I mean, so let's just, like, well, shit, nothing in my life works, but you know what I mean. It's all assholes. All of it's assholes. Stop it. Why don't you just work? But anyways, it's gonna crash inevitably. When it crashes, I'm not done streaming. If you're on YouTube, just search for the new stream that it's automatically going to create against my will, rather than allowing it to just be up on the same stream. And if it's on Twitch, I'll type in a message saying that I'm back again, and if you don't see me but you see that message, it means you should refresh. It normally doesn't take longer than 5 to 10 minutes for me to be live again.
Easy, not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
Damn. She's been cursed for a while, huh? Good for you. Geralt has an entire fucking
I'll take you someplace
bar
safe.
in his damn pocket. I got hundreds of things of alcohol and various food platters of just giant things. I even have a cake. I even
So I
have
took
the
her by the
portal
hand
cake.
and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
Damn, you took her back to
You
your
did
house?
the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands.
Is she my
She'll
guest
soon be back on
permanently?
her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
In a hurry, we'll talk about this later. Nah, man.
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate.
The plate is offset.
He had
What
a
is she
bowl and a
eating?
spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Rather not go into it again. Yeah, sure, go for it.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over.
Who says it had to be
Please,
human?
don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
All right, so long.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
The shit. She's all gibberishy. Hey, gibberishy.
Tasty.
Oh, she's got her plate in front of her now.
Wonderful. Thank you. I thank you. So tasty. So good. Tasty. So.
All right. Nap time. Shit, maybe we should take down that painting in the guest room. I don't want to be giving her any ideas. The best part is that there's a little kitty cat on the bottom. You see the little kitty cat right there on the bottom? It's hard to make out because it's always so damn dark in this house. But there's a little kitty. Let me hit the escape button here. There's a little kitty cat right there. Sleeping. Meow meow. I wonder if I can improve my kitchen. I wonder if she becomes my cook. Oh. Did you see that little thing every time I click on this? There's a little thing that pops up that says received. Look at the bottom left, but you don't receive anything. Watch, here we go, watch. Walk away, walk back. Oh, it won't let me do it again. I guess it only lets you do it once every now and then. There it goes. Now look at the bottom left side of the screen. I'm talking about like right around this area right here. Oh, it was a little higher than that. You see what I mean? Received, and then it's just blank. So I always felt like this was incompleted, and maybe they just didn't finish the DLC. Maybe she becomes our chef, and then we improve the kitchen. Because look at how run down, like, he's like, the place is as good as it possibly can get. But then all the roofs still look like shit, by the way. Like, there's holes in them and shit. There's holes in that roof. Like, and then there's holes in the kitchen roof. And then look at the kitchen. Are you serious? This is as good as it gets? That's as good as it gets, my dude. Look, I can see into the kitchen. And I was making a joke about last time. I was like, what if I could control Geralt, like for real, like real life control him? After he told me this place was as good as it possibly could get, I would have came in here, right? I would have climbed up on a roof, and I would have leaned down and stuck my face up to one of these holes in the roof, and I would have shouted down to him, "Hey, I thought you said this is as good as it gets. I can see you from the roof. You don't think that's a problem?" And he'd been like, you know what, I guess maybe you do have a point. Maybe we can fix the roofs. Yeah. And then I was like, here's the money. And I throw him the money through the roof. Like, yeah, someone passing you money through the damn roof, maybe you got a problem. Maybe you can improve it. And still, like, he went out of his way to mention the quarters for the guests, for the help, I mean, and himself. But yet, we didn't get to improve his place or the place for the rest of the people, which seems kind of selfish, man. Like, they're part of your property. Why aren't you going to help them out? Like, I like, that was going to be the first thing I did. I thought it was going to, like, have that as one of the options, since it went out of its way to bring up the fact that that this one and this one aren't really that, you know, they're kind of a little bit dingy and whatnot, but you know, hey. And then that's what I guess, I'm not the guest, but like him, he lives here in the green one. He specifically said he stays in the green one, and a lot of them, like, the rest of the help stays in these and whatnot. And So the first thing I was gonna fix was his place and the place of all the rest of these people's stuff. I was gonna fix all their stuff up, and then I was gonna start fixing my stuff up. You know, so they can see that I'm a respectable owner, right? You got to respect an owner of a big old property that does that. Who's more worried about his help's quality of living than his own at the but the game didn't allow me to fix any of that. Like, all the roofs in all this place are still screwed up. Like, what is the point in this thing? Like, why does this even exist? It would be, this place would look better if they just tore this thing down, because it has no purpose. Like, it's not protecting any of that shit from the rain or elements. Look at the big ass holes in that roof. What is the point in this? What is this doing? This isn't doing anything. This isn't going to protect anything from anything. Just tear that shit down. There's lots of things like that. And so I thought it was maybe fully finished, but maybe there's a chance we get to do more. Maybe we just have to play through the main game and we eventually recruit NPCs who move in, and we have to then improve things. Like, maybe we save a roofer's life and the roofer fixes all of our fucking roofs. Maybe maybe the cook, we improve the kitchen because she becomes a cook. Hey, Zach T. This does not do anything to protect this stuff. Run down ass bridges. I mean, the bridges are more. I'd care about fixing these the least, honestly. They're functional. It doesn't look like they're about to break. As long as they're not about to break. Having people's houses not leak would be a much better thing. Like, that would have been one of the first things I fixed, is everyone's roofs. It sucks to live in a place that has a leaky roof, man. You love me, don't you, kitty? Yep, I heard you purring. Alright, report back to Regis. Here we go. But what about the spoon? Like, I gotta look that up. Like, maybe I was supposed to get the spoon when I was at the top. Witcher 3 spoon. Alright. You can head inside and try to find something use. There's a lot of spoons here to examine, but only one worth noting. The spoon key. It doesn't mention anything after that about the spoon key. Alright. Okay. It said I got a new quest. The game didn't tell me. There was no pop. Did you guys see a pop-up for a new quest when I picked up the spoon key? I didn't. I heard a quest update, but I didn't see like a quest pop up. Like, normally when a quest is updated, something pops up. This certifies the item up for auction. An antique spoon key forged at the Christofferson of Sons workshop in 1210. Belongs to Smeagol Sirkins. Circus, his precious spoon. His lovely precious spoon. Like, that note was good. Owner of the pheasantry. See, I think I'm supposed to go to the pheasantry or something. The quest I'm looking for is spontaneous. I'm sorry, spoontaneous profits. Nothing. Yo, maybe it'll be under treasure. Please? Yes! It did give me a quest. It did give me a quest. It just didn't pop up. While snooping about the cursed Trastmara estate, Geralt happened onto a strange spoon-like key. Spoon-like key. But it doesn't mention in this the note we found from Smeagol. I don't remember what the note was called, but we found Smeagol dead with a note on him about his precious spoon. Attached with a note. The note labeled the strange spoon as a property of the Pheasantry, known far and wide to be the finest tavern in all the Duchy of Toussaint. Alright, so let's see if the walkthrough for this actually mentions Smeagol himself and his curse. I'm not his curse, but his body. Because I want to find the note, so give me a second. There we go. I found him. No, that's his cookbook. I don't want his cookbook. Is that the only time it mentions his entire name in this whole thing? I think it is. What? It mentions his whole name, but part of a cookbook. Alright, let's open the cookbook then. And see if it mentions his name. So I can get the note. No. Okay. Blood and Wine books. Alright, let's go to Blood and Wine books. Hopefully it... let's see. Damn, there's nothing entitled Smeagol. Does anyone remember what the letter was called? Because I don't remember what it's called. It was, could have been anything, man. It was on his, I wish everything showed up in the order that you got it. You know what I mean? It could have been any of these journals. There's a lot of journals. It could have been any of them. Whoa, whoa. What the hell? I don't want all that. I want SMI. Okay. There we go. I'll use that on these things. Let me know if anyone can remember. I want to find this so I can read this to you guys because it was pretty funny. Actually, let me Google search it. I can get his name from his cookbook. All right, there's his full name, and I want to put that in Google. Here we go. Someone posted something on Reddit. Clearly, it is the note, I would think. It is called... Oh, it's literally called Smeagol's Clerk. Alright, so why wasn't it listed under all the game's notes in Blood and Wine? Like, that's the first thing I typed in was his name, trying to hope to find it. It's not here. Alright, well, they're in alphabetical order, so let me go to S. Maybe it just doesn't find it for some reason when I do that. Oh, because it's not showing them all. Let me click on S. Yeah, here we go. There's a lot more notes it didn't list. Now let's type it in. Here we go. Found it. Alright, here we go. Let's read this. So the note went like this. I've lost him, my dearest. Someone has stolen him, my darling, my treasure, my spoon. That creature. Yep, that's all. This is the same terminology from the book. He referred to freaking Bilbo as a creature. from the Sherberta Woods. That I want to look. That there's a hyperlink to Sherberta Woods. Let's look that up. A large region of the southern Tucson. I say Tucson the way they say it. It makes me laugh. You know, that almost does look like the Shire, maybe. Alright. Must have been it. All the help says the town's abuzz with talk about missing spoons. For such time now, indeed, since this creature has stolen cutlery from all of Baclair, and has not yet been caught by our valiant guard. It means it must be clever. Yes, yes. He was clever. Tricky even. Yes, he was tricky. Bilbo was tricky. And anyone clever can be swayed by arguments, especially financial ones. Financial ones. So I asked my jeweler. I don't get the Mathenberg. If Mathenberg's a reference, I don't get it. Mathenberg, to me, a spoon out of pure gold. But some of these aren't references. Like, you know, like, obviously, the clever, tricky, this straight word straight from the book. But the whole swayed with arguments and financial ones, like, yeah, that's obviously just part of this game, like making it a story that fits into the game. Mathenberg to make me a spoon out of pure gold, which I shall take to the Paraberta woods to find that monster and propose a trade. A spoon of gold for my most precious spoon. Like, he doesn't say precious until the very end, just in case you didn't get it. Like, it only took the first, like, lines for me to get it. It was obvious. I'm sure everybody got it by the first 2 or 3 lines. The name of the item is a reference to Smeagol and his actor Andy Serkis from The Lord of the Rings. Ah, that's why his last name is Serkis. I didn't know why his last name was Serkis. It's because Serkis is the actor who played him in the movie. Let's see. Witcher 3. All right. I was looking at this. Apparently, there's a lot of Lord of the Rings references in this, and some Mad Max Fury Road stuff. Huh. I missed that. I only saw that movie once, though. I've read the books a couple of times, so I get the Lord of the Rings stuff more. I don't remember this bit, though, here. When you recruit Zoltan to defend Kaer Morhen, he says, "You have me and my axe." I just thought he was saying that. I mean, I've heard that line before. I'm pretty sure I've heard it way more than just in Lord of the Rings. During the Great Escape, which is another quest I've already done, when you proceed towards the commander's chambers for the keys, freeing Margrietta, you find a document, a list of prisoners. Yeah, I skimmed over that. There was just so many of them, and I even said that, like, maybe 1 or 2 of these might be references. Adomiel, an elven mage being imprisoned, which is a reference to Arwen, the Tolkien Lord of the Rings universe. Not even, like, it says the Tolkien Lord of the Rings universe. In the Blood and Wine expansion, you can find a notice from Smeagol Sturkis mentioning his precious golden spoon. During the quest Walk in Waterfront, Genter de Leverac introduces Geralt as his gardener, which is, oh yeah, Samwise Gamgee, which is quite similar. Yeah, but it doesn't, that might or might not be. People might be stretching for that one. When walking on the edges of the map, Geralt says he needs to assemble a fellowship before traveling further. Really? Did he say that? I've done that plenty of times. I don't remember him saying that. Alright, I want to find out this Mad Max Fury Road reference. What was this? In the Hearts of Stone expansion, some knights of the Order of the King of Rose occasionally cry, "Witness me, brothers." Oh, yeah, that is from that. What a day, what a lovely day. Yeah. I live, I die, I live again. Yeah, yeah, I don't know how I would have missed that. Sing for me, yeah, sing, yep. The Maltese Falcon. Yep. Monty Python. Yeah, there were a few things that screamed Monty Python to me. Like that, like one thing they don't have listed is the quest we just did. Like, who the hell writes out she wrote that out in her journal. Like, Monty Python, no, cave writing.
May find in the castle of what?
Yeah, no, like they legit did not catch that reference. That has to be a Monty Python reference. It's even the exact same thing. It's the exact same sound, but it's not listed here in the wiki. But yeah, here, listen.
Castle of what? What is dead? He must have died while carving it. Oh, come on. Well, that's what it says. Look, it's carved Arg. You just say it. Well, that's what's carved in the rock.
Yeah, exactly. You don't write down ah. You just say it. All right, let me see if I can add this real quick. Let's find out what the journal was. Journal. No, that's a journal entry. I want to get a link to the book. I'm gonna try to add this to the wiki if I can, real quick. It only takes a second. Walk through. Okay, we get. Let me just type in the spoon. Spoon. Okay, there we go. So the spoon should take me to where it was talking about spoons, which should then start some point showing. Hopefully it has a link to the things I can read, because I don't really remember what they were called. Yeah, it doesn't actually show it. That's why? Wait, Stain Diary. This could be it. Stain Diary. Ah, here we go. Does it say? No, it does not mention it. All right. No, I'm not allowed to edit. I have to become a member, I think. Do not have permission to edit this page for the following reasons. Yeah. Gosh darn it. I wish I could make a suggestion at least. Oh well. Guess the world will never know. How'd they miss such an easy reference if you ask me? No one ever writes out, Here we go. Back to the game. No, we won't do that yet. We'll continue on with the primary quest. We'll get to that one later. Whoa, what's happening? How about you go up here instead, video game? What are you doing? Why? Why? Just select that. Jesus Christ. My lady painted my pinky nail this morning, and now we're drunk. She's passed out, and I'm regretting letting her put sparkling nail polish on my pinky nail. Lord help me. It's not permanent, man. They got like, if she has nail polish, she has that stuff to remove nail polish. Nail polish remover. It's called something. It might be called nail polish remover. While she's drunk and passed out, just use some nail polish remover to remove it. And then when she wakes up and she's like, what happened to it? Be like, oh, I don't know. We were drunk. I guess she didn't do a good job and it just kind of came off. Meow to you too, Peacock. Meow to you too. Cleric, stay at home, madness. NPC names are definitely token like. Yeah. I mean, that's most games that have elves though. Because, well, elves and dwarves are very Tolkien, right? Like everyone thinks back to Tolkien when they think of elves and dwarves, and if you're thinking back to them, if that's like one of your first introductions to them and some of the most iconic stuff that mentions them, then when trying to name them, you're going to draw from that material and make things that are very Tolkien-like name-wise, because that's what you picture an elf as, right? Like a name like, I don't know, like Muriel or something like that sounds elvish because you've read Tolkien and that's your perception of elves' names. That they have names like that like flow and roll in an exotic manner with very few hard consonant sounds. Like there isn't going to be an elf called Mikkel or Mijin Minginga or some bullshit with lots of G's and B's and stuff like that. And K's, lots of K's, G's, and B's. That ain't going to happen. They might have one in there, but it only if it like accentuates the way that the rest of it flows and rolls. Yeah, somebody like they got, and they do have names like that in that universe. I mean, look at Bilbo Baggins, right? Look at his name. Lots of B's and G sounds and stuff like that, but you get to the elves and they roll more. Like Gudrid. Gudrid. Yeah, they do have those letters in their things. It's just they don't have a lot of it. Like, isn't there like a Adele, Miriandel or something like that is one of them? But if you notice, like that rolls still. They just like, it's one of those things where they use it to accentuate it. And these gravestones, geez, there's so many references in the gravestones. My favorite gravestone still is the one right here. Like, let me look it up. I'm gonna read it to you guys rather than reading it in game, because I don't want to go all the way over there. But take a look, listen to this. Witcher 3. Exactly. Okay, here we go. We're gonna read this out loud. No, I don't want to find fetch quests. Why isn't it finding it? I typed in the like exact thing. Let me delete that, then say yeah. Like it found like feminist frequency stuff and things like that. What the fuck does it have anything to do with what I typed in? That's so weird. Like, you can tell they're really manipulating the search results. That's why everything's so fucking hard to find in Google anymore, man. Fatal. Rage. Alright, here we go. I found one, finally. It's only on Reddit, too. That's the worst part. Why is it on Reddit? I couldn't get it in the other one. Here we go. Just what don't you understand about the fuck? Just what don't you fucking understand about the you? Just what don't you understand, you fucking cunt? She said to her cat when it refused to fetch a stick, working her into a fatal rage. It was so hard for me to find that, dude. I had to start putting shit in quotation marks and stuff, being very specific with the search. Like, you can tell they rank videos and stuff like that in weird ways now. Videos and not, that wasn't even a video, that was just text. They rank shit in such weird ways when you search for things now. Like, Google's been ruined by them trying to like make sure you get like very biased results. It's so annoying. You like that one too, Jimfo? That was my favorite. I didn't get most of the references that they were making. I obviously got like the Jean-Luc Picard reference and things like that. The ones that were easier to get.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
But apparently they had like World of Warcraft
Clearly honed your
references and
sense of
everything.
humor. But
In
we are
the
not
graves.
cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Helpful creatures, ravens.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal.
One moment.
In brief, madness, rabidity.
All right, there we go. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay.
That stands to be very, very.
Crap, I couldn't hear anything. I messed up. I shouldn't have unpaused it yet until I had my headset on. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce myself in a state of psychotic. What? Psychokinetic arousal. What the fuck is psychokinetic arousal? He into that crazy shit, huh? In brief, madness, rapidity, and that stands to be very, very dangerous. Okay. Well, I just happen to have higher vampire blood already in my inventory. Because I've killed a higher vampire or two, I think. I'm pretty sure I have some of their blood. If they were trying to kill me and I killed them in the process, wouldn't they already be in that state most likely? Okay. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. Ooh. You need to make a decent D&D game. Neverwinter and Neverwinter Nights were decent back in the day. The best D&D game I've played that is an online game, at least I played an online one. And it was in my opinion the best one I played. And I know that sounds crazy because of all the really heavy story driven ones like Neverwinter Nights, the old school ones. I thought about this for a long time. If I ever get a big subscriber base, I'm going to replay DDO because I haven't played it in years, and do a playthrough as if it's a single player game or a co-op game, not an MMORPG, where we just do all the quests one time. Because, and only with each other, and of course no spoilers, no looking stuff up and things, right? Because the great thing about DDO, if you were there at the launch and you played it at the launch and when the content came out, it was so good. Like, it was so good. First off, the combat was much better than MMORPGs at the time. Most MMORPGs at the time were just target the monster, press cooldown, wait for cooldown, press cooldown. This was more involved combat, where you would engage the monsters, and if you were like a melee fighter, you actually had to dodge and block and do all these things like you know, like I'm doing in this game, you know? And that was like not a thing in RPGs, online RPGs, period. And one of the best things about it was the verticality of it. No, whoa. Hold on. Let me show you some of the crazy map stuff. And how intricate some of the maps were. Let me see. DDO 3D map. I'm hoping there's someone that has some 3D maps. Here we go. This is good. This is a 3D map. Someone did a recreation of a 3D map. I think I've talked about this, and I've even showed this map before specifically. Shadow Guard. I don't know about this one. Let's just show this one because I know this one. I did this one. The Haywire Foundry. I know this quest. So, open image in new tab, please. So you can see the complexity of this. This is an awfully great game. And the maps got way more complex than this, and far more verticality, more depth in the design dungeon. This is just one such dungeon. And one of the great things about it is the limited resources that you had. You had access to very limited resources. Oh, let me make sure since I was gone that YouTube did not crash while I was gone and create a new stream. Okay, no, it did not. No, it did not. Good. Good. Okay. So, here we are. So, this is a 3D map drawing of a specific dungeon. So, you start here, and it's pretty straightforward at the beginning. You know, you just go down a little hill, you're just fighting enemies and stuff like that. There's different encounters. See, the great thing about this is, let's see if I can find a room. It doesn't show it exactly, but I know this is one of the rooms, if not the only room in this dungeon, that has a rest shrine. So there's shrines in the game when you're in a dungeon, and you have very limited resources when you go into the dungeon. When you go into the dungeon, you don't have infinite mana and infinite HP. You have the resources that you have. So if you take lots of damage and your healer's healing you up and they run out of mana and you don't have any other sources to heal, you're shit out of luck, man. Now you have to get to a shrine and rest in order to get your mana back. You can only rest at each shrine one time. You can get resurrected infinitely as long as someone can carry your soul stone back to the shrine for you. But you get resurrected with 1 HP. But you cannot rest infinitely. So you get 1 rest in this dungeon if it only has 1 shrine. I believe the shrine was in this room here. So you start out here and you're working your way through here. And then eventually you have to open up this gate here and you fight some fire elementals and some different things in this room. And you see these little things over here. So the great thing is, when I talk about this, when I say verticality, is jumping in the game was very much a thing that you had to be good at. There was lots of platforming in it. Lots of platforming. Your character could be, you could put stats in the skill jump so that you could jump further and higher and things like that. Like, there was tons of different skills like that. So you have to jump across these blocks here, and there's a lever here that you have to pull and hold. Unfortunately, you have to hold it, and when you hold it, that allows players to get through the door, because these enemies in this room, normally enemies don't respawn in the dungeon, but there's some locations where there are respawns, and this was a fire elemental room that had constant respawns. So you had to hold the lever down and while your team ran through this, and then you're in the room by yourself, and then they have to pull a lever inside of here to open it up for you. And then notice that there's multiple gates here. There's a little puzzle here. There's lots of puzzles in it, lots of puzzles. And then you get to this point here, and it's kind of hard to make out because I can't rotate the map, but this point here goes forward that direction, and there's some stuff over here that you can't see. Turns left here and around this spiral bridge type of thing with this stuff here, or right here, and these green things are traps, believe it or not. So if you're going this way, this looks like a normal floor to you, right? And that's where like rogues and stuff come in handy. Unless of course you've already played the dungeon 100 times, and once you've played it 100 times, it's kind of boring, right? The first time's always the best time, because you never know what you're going to encounter. You don't know how to solve the puzzles and stuff. It's super cool. So, like, if you don't have a rogue, which isn't as big a deal if you're, like, you don't need a rogue in this dungeon if you've already found all the traps. Some dungeons you still need a rogue, but most of the time, if you know where the traps are, you don't need a rogue anymore. So, the rogue can sense the fact that there's a trap. And the DDO released with chat, like, even though DDO is an older game now, it released with chat in the game, voice chat. because voice chat was so essential to the gameplay because of things like traps, right? So you know, the rogue has to find the trap and disarm the trap, or you guys can try to evade the traps and stuff like that too. And there's like all these, like, there's this tunnel has all these different drop spots with all these things. You see these like things, these are rotating blade traps, and there's like pendulum traps, I think, here. And like the rogue can go in here and disable this for the team, or the team can just try to get there. And there's like extra treasure chests and stuff like that you can end up getting if you go down this tunnel and get all these extra things. And as you can see, there's like all these different paths that go up here. Now these little things here, like, you can barely make them out. Those things there are the horizontal versions of that. That is it telling you there's a flame trap here, because there's flame traps. So as you're walking along here, all these flame traps trying to spit out fire and whatnot. And you can time it, or you can have rogues disable them, right? And there's you see that little spot there? That's a secret item or chest or something. I can't really remember. There's lots of little secrets and whatnot. And you have to go through this stuff. And this is one of the dungeons where you have to split your team into multiple groups at one point. And what happens is you have one team on this side doing this side of the dungeon, and one team on this side doing this side of the dungeon. And then you guys can meet up in the middle once you unlock these tunnels here. And you get, and that's where you do the shrine. And after you do the shrine, that's when you get together. And like, you've had to do a lot of different things, because first you had to go down this tunnel, down this thing that's obscured by all this stuff. There's like a whole section here underneath this stuff. There's a whole little section here with a big puzzle in it. But after you've done all that, you end up coming back into this area here and getting up top here. And then that's when, like, I think it's like way over here. I can't remember where it is. There's, at some point, there's a thing that you unlock. And then you have to run through the whole dungeon real fast. Like, you have to do a thing and it sets off this alarm, and it's a timer. And this is like, at that point, it's like run for your lives type of thing. And you're like running somewhere from back here, I think. And then you're running through all this stuff and trying to evade these traps and jump over this stuff. Disarming it isn't really an option as much, because you just have to get through there. And like evading this, getting through here. And and if you don't get through across this bridge in time, the bridge lifts, and then you can't do it, and the whole place self-destructs or something, apparently. And so you have to get into the safe room in time and talk to this person to prevent it or something like that. And then you get the chest afterwards. And so you have these really intricately designed quests that are awesome. Like, here's another 3D map of another dungeon someone made. I don't remember which one this is to, but this one looks like a little bit of a flatter map. But even this is a little bit of a flatter map, and you can see how much verticality it still has in it. Like you see the drop-offs and the climbing and all that other stuff. Like, they're not flat maps. That's one of the best things about there was like a yeah, that's one of the best things about that. It's like, it felt more realistic and alive, and so rewarding to figure it out. Man, playing through the game the first time, so much fun, dude. So much fun. And the maps are just massive sometimes for certain quests. Just absolutely massive, and there's so much verticality in them as well. Let me see if I can find a hoping for like a bigger, like a more detailed 3D map. That would be awesome. Just put in detailed. Some of the quests were so fun. The puzzles and whatnot were interesting, and it was hilarious to get like caught in a trap and have to do that thing. And then everyone had to play their part, man. Everyone was a hero, dude. The tank was a hero because he tanked and he saved everybody. The healer was a hero because he healed everybody. The rogue was a hero because he fucking like warned everybody of the traps that was fucking epically huge that definitely would have killed everybody. Every damn thing in the rooms exploding and shit, and it's like, thank God for the rogue. Like everyone, it was so fun. And then like there would be these insane puzzles that you had to figure out, and everyone's trying to put their heads together, and you know, until someone in the like freaking writes a guide, and then or has already done it, and then everyone just goes, oh, let's just do what everyone else did. No, not me. I always made sure I ran in groups when new quests came out, where we just did blind playthroughs of them and tried to figure it out ourselves. It was so fun, so freaking satisfying. It was the best D&D experience outside of pen and paper I've had in my life. I've never played a game more fun than that as far as D&D goes. It went free to play and pay to win eventually, which, you know, that happens. And of course, they just didn't come out with content fast enough for me. So eventually I stopped playing it, obviously. But one day I want to play it again with a group of people. And I'll have forgotten quite a bit about the quests, obviously. And there'll be new quests that I never played. Because the game is still out, apparently. So it'll be really cool to run through it as if it's like a you know, like a single player type of game, but just with a group of people. Like, just like every week or so, like we have a weekday where, or weekend day or two where we play the game as a group, and then there's like, don't progress past this level or past this quest, you know, type of rule going on. Like, hey, yeah, you know, I'll quest with lots of different people. We'll get parties together and all have blind playthroughs, right? But like, right now our level is like this level, and let's not progress past that. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Now I'm just looking at various maps. A lot of the maps are in like a 2D format with different levels and whatnot. But like, yeah, this game is one of those games where the maps don't. It's hard to have a good map for it. Because you would have to have like an interactive 3D map that you can click on online. Well, you know what? There might be something like that. Actually, let me click that. DDO interactive map. Interactive maps. If there were some interactive maps, that would be great. Then I could really show you. Nope. Yeah, and it like yeah, it was pretty good, man. All right, I'm gonna get back to the game now. Done reminiscing about that, but yeah, one day, I plan on doing that. Like when my channel grows bigger, have like basically spend a couple of months doing that, but not the whole stream though. Like, you know, just 1 or 2 days a week doing that, everyone progressing as a group. And for the people who can't make it that week, they still have a whole week to do the missions that we already did ourselves and keep up with us level wise. Yeah. Super fun, man. All the different things you can create in the game and stuff too. I mean, I've been dropping frames constantly this stream. It's just one of those fucking streams that I'm just gonna constantly drop frames, which is amazingly fun. Non-stop, entire stream, dropping frames. Sorry, everyone. I have no fucking idea what to do, dude. I'm streaming at 4,500 megabits. Can't not drop frames then. At that, you can't not drop frames at any fucking thing. It's just 20 megabits upload is apparently not enough sometimes because reasons. You know, you're not allowed to have access to 1/4. 1/4 of your data. No, no, no. Naughty, naughty. No, no, no. Yeah, I don't think I've gone 5 minutes without dropping at least a few frames this whole stream. But there's nothing I could fucking do, dude. I don't know. I do an internet test and everything seems fine. So I just don't know. So fucking annoying. Give me a second. Yeah, it's my ISP probably throttling my connection. Like I'm running it at fucking 720p. Like, no, that's just not fucking low enough apparently. Like all the solutions to it, like, are things I already do. Reduce your resolution, done. Reduce your bitrate, done. Don't live stream over Wi-Fi, done. Check your firewall settings, done. Broadcast to a server that is closest to you, done. Fuck off, man. It's so annoying. You know, one thing I actually heard when your ISP is throttling your connection, I totally forgot about this till just now. I think I'm going to stop the stream and restart it. Because I actually just heard something. Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, that would be interesting. I'd like to play that too. I'm going to actually... Give me a second here. Maybe I don't have to stop the stream. Let's find out. It might stop it itself. If it stops it itself, realize that the stream is going to start right back up, guys. So it's just going to create a new YouTube stream entirely, unfortunately, and you'll have to look for the new one. If it does fully stop and say that the stream is finished, there's ads. Are you seeing ads? You should not be seeing ads. Let me know if you're seeing ads on YouTube. Anyways, let me try to get this